What if I told you that your biggest breakthroughs in business, in wealth, in freedom, they're not going to come from working harder, but from thinking differently about everything you've been taught? In this episode, I'm giving you 10 things I now know that I wish I'd known 15 years ago. And every one of them would have saved me time, money, and a whole lot of freaking pain. What these are hard-won lessons from building and exiting my first business, losing nearly half my net worth while my son fought for his life, learning how to trade cash flow for true ownership, and finally figuring out how to get money out of the way so that I could focus on what matters most: faith, family, freedom. If you're serious about building something that lasts, not just financially, but generationally, then this episode is for you. Hey, welcome back to Own the Exit. I'm your host, Caleb Edwards. Today, I'm doing something different. I'm pulling back the curtain and sharing 10 things I know now that I wish I knew 15 years ago. Lessons I learned the hard way through building businesses, doing missions, fighting for my family, losing money, and learning how to actually build a life that matters. So let's get straight to it. Lesson number 1, cash flow is cool. Ownership is king. You know, in my early 20s, all I cared about was income. I was building a business, closing deals, stacking checks, but every single dollar that I made was tied to my time. When I stepped away, the income stopped. Real freedom didn't come until I learned the difference between renting income and owning assets. You don't build legacy by earning more. You build it by owning what you earn from. Number 2, time is your most expensive asset. When my 9-month-old son Zion had a stroke, I didn't care about business, money, or momentum. I cared about being there. I stepped away from everything for 4.5 months, lost 40% of my net worth, and I'd do it again without thinking. Because that season taught me a rich man has options, but a free man has time. Number 3, your network is either a time suck or a gold mine. If you've ever built a downline, closed deals, led Zoom calls, you already have the skills, but most people are stuck in the wrong vehicle. They're earning like affiliates when they should be thinking like owners. I wish that I'd known earlier that it's not about doing more. It's about plugging into a system that multiplies what you already do well. Number 4, middle-class mindset is the most dangerous drug in America. It sounds safe, sounds responsible, but it's a mindset that kills dreams the slowest. See, my dad made it out of poverty, but he never escaped the poverty mindset. Even when he worked his way into earning 6 figures, he lived in fear, in scarcity, in control. And that's when I realized that poverty isn't a number. It's a belief system. And if you don't kill it, it's going to follow you all the way to the bank every time. Number 5, you don't need more money. You need a new lens. Most people think they need a raise, but what they really need is alignment, a mindset shift, a better vehicle, a purpose that puts money in its place as a servant, not a master. Money makes a terrible freaking god, but it's a powerful tool when it's used with the right vision. Number 6, entrepreneurs who don't own their time are just well-paid employees. Let me say it louder. If your business needs you 24/7, you don't own a business. You own a job with more stress and a cooler title. Now listen, hustle has its season, but legacy is built with systems. Number 7, the goal isn't to get rich. It's to stay free. I've built businesses. I've traded stocks. I've seen high highs and I have seen hard lows. And the constant in all of it is this: freedom is the metric. Can I walk away and still create value? Can I say yes to my family without asking permission, that is the win. Number 8, your kid doesn't care how much money you make. They care if you're home for dinner. We say that we're doing it for them, but let's be honest. Sometimes we're doing it for us. I'm guilty of it too, but the truth is, your presence matters more than your paycheck. Zion's health scare broke me wide open. Made me realize I was building for legacy, but I wasn't living in it. So now, if I can't be present, I'm not interested. Number 9, most men don't need therapy. They need responsibility. And look, I'm not anti-therapy. I'm just pro-purpose. Because a man who's building something meaningful doesn't have time to spiral. What pulls men out of passivity is responsibility. It's weight, it's vision, it's mission. Not more self-help quotes. Purpose cures more than pills ever could. And number 10, faith, family, capitalism. That's the real legacy. I've been on both sides of the income spectrum, and I've learned that money doesn't define you. Mission does. I'm building something that my kids can inherit. Not just money, but values, conviction, ownership, vision. Because if I lose the money, but keep my mission, I can rebuild it all. But if I lose my why, I lose everything. So listen, if you're still grinding, you're still figuring it out, you're still trying to escape survival mode, you're not behind, okay? You're being refined. Just don't stay stuck in the wrong system. Don't settle for average when you were built for impact. So if this hit you, share it with someone, or better yet, start a conversation. Remember, you were made to own your time, to own your money, and own the exit. I'll see you in the next one.